My question is, my grandmother, she is elderly and she has dementia. She also has bladder issues where she doesn't have good control of her bladder, so she, um, obviously wets herself often. Uh, She's under the impression that because of that, she can't make wudu and she can't pray Salah. So, when so could you advise me on how I um on what should I tell her on this issue,
طيب.
bearing in mind that she's kind
عيسى
of stuck in her way as well.
Yeah,
She's under
عيسى.
the impression that she can't pray at all.
Okay. Is your grandmother, despite her sickness and reaching an old age, is she aware of what is going on? Is she in her mindset?
She is aware and she can talk, but she forgets. So, for example, if I tell her something one week, and then the next week she might have forgotten that I told her that, or she'll like change the details in her head.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
she's aware that there is something called the prayers and she knows how to pray. She is awake most of the time. She recognizes you and she communicates with you, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Now you can hear the answer, Akhi Isa. As-Salah is the most important pillar of Islam. And it is the only pillar which is not waived under any circumstances unless if the person is dead, unless if the person is unconscious, or women during their menses. So if somebody reaches an old age and cannot stand on foot, pray while sitting down. If somebody is hospitalized and cannot under any circumstances sit down or face the Qibla, then you can still pray while lying down on a side, on your back, but you still have to offer the prayer so long as you're not unconscious and you are in your mindset. So in the case of your grandmother, there is a serious problem that we all pray first of all for your grandmother. May Allah the Almighty cure her, because the issue of wetting oneself is really problematic and it affects the person psychologically, negatively, of course. So it's something really terrible. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for her and everyone who's in similar condition. But it is something out of your control. At-tahara, purification and purity, is one of the conditions of the validity of the prayer. Whether the purity of one's body, wudu or ghusl whenever it is required, or the purity, the tahara of one's outfit, or the tahara of al-mahal, the spot on which you're offering the prayer or the namaz. But if somebody is in a similar condition to your grandma, where they constantly wetting themselves, she's wearing diaper, make wudu, even though the diaper is wet, your clothes are wet. And with this wudu, once the prayer time is due, make wudu and offer the prayer. If you are interested in praying nawafil before or after, you can also offer the nawafil. If your grandmother is in sick condition, she can combine dhuhr and asr together with the same wudu. And then maghrib and isha together with the same wudu. That means she would be only required to perform ablution 3 times a day for fajr. And once at dhuhr or asr time, she will make wudu and pray both. And once for maghrib and isha. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. And Allah said also in Surah At-Taghabun, فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. So keep your duty to Allah as much as you can.